United have just finished the biggest robbery of the season so far. Because let me be honest, United did not deserve to win this match. Throughout the whole game, we were terrible, no matter how you look at it. Outside of the two goals that we scored, we weren't doing anything progressive. Anytime we got the ball, we tried to pass it forward and the ball would be gone. And because of that, Villa kept attacking and attacking. It should have been like a score of 5-2 or something. Because given the form of Watkins, right? Watkins should have probably had a hat trick easily. He had so many chances. But for the first time in the whole season, it actually felt like United has a keeper. Onana had his best game in a United shirt. He stopped so many chances that it felt like I'm watching Prime Day. So many good saves, whether it's the one-on-one early on or just after the halftime when Watkins had a snapshot. He kept us in the game. I'm not even gonna lie, he's one of the reason we won. Because if it was a usual Onana, we definitely would have lost 5-2 us. This match was won on the hard work of our defenders. No matter who you look, they all had a great game. Onana, best match of his season. Dalot, probably my man of the match. Because that Dalot cross for Mctominay, that cross reminded me of those Beckham whips. The first time, curling, speed, pinpointed, that was such a good cross. And not only that, he made so many recovery tackles for the whole game. He was really good today, Dalot. Next, Varane. Another monster class performance. He covered for Maguire's faults. With that he's slow. But Maguire finally used his slab head and provided at both ends of the box. He gave the assist for Hojlund and he won so many duels in our own box. No matter which stat you look at, whether it's tackles, whether it's aerial duels, whether it's passes, he was on top of it. Really good gift from Maguire and he's finally justifying his price. I don't know if Maguire is going to stay at the club beyond the season, but for now, he's a really important member. Especially when we don't have Martinez in the team. And now, unfortunately, Luke Shaw. As much as I like Luke Shaw, his injury proneness is really not good for us. Post-match, Ten Hag has said that the Shaw substitution was precautionary, that he's not actually injured. Which is good news because outside of Shaw, we don't even have any left back. I don't know if Malacia is kidnapped or, if he's in jail or whatever, because no one has seen him since end of last season. And we terminated regular on loan for some reason. I don't even know why. So Shaw played well and thankfully he's not injured, thankfully. And he has a week to recover and play a lot more games. Then probably our only good player, only player who had a really good performance in the midfield is Casemiro, because without Casemiro, I think Villa would have had even more chances than they already had. He made so many tackles, interceptions, and in the second half, his passing was really good as well. The way he was playing the diagonals across the pitch. I was really impressed with Casemiro, but we all knew how important Casemiro is and that we do not have any other player like him. CDM is the one position we really need to sign in the summer, because we don't know if Casemiro stays in the summer. And even if he stays, we need a good backup because we don't have any other good CDM. Then, I know we won, but our attacking department didn't have a good game. I'm not saying they played terribly. They all had a decent-ish game, average game. Let me clarify what I mean. First example is Bruno. The thing I've noticed with Bruno is that his stats and his actual in-life performance, they're usually very different. Because if you look at his stats, right, it will seem like he had one of the most perfect games ever. But when you watch him, you get really frustrated because of the decisions he makes. Sometimes there's an easy pass available, but he just plays the Hollywood pass. Sometimes his Hollywood passes does work, but it doesn't lead to anything. So love him or hate him, Bruno is one of our most important players and will continue to be so for the next few years until we get a proper replacement. I really like Bruno, but I think he needs to learn to control the midfield more, right? He is a great creator, one of the best creators in the league, but he needs to control the midfield as well. that he needs to be a part of that. Rashford and Garnacho both had average games. Garnacho probably had the better game because he was tracking back a lot. He was trying to create a lot more chances. Same with Rashford. A few times he didn't track back, which could have led to a goal, but that's the usual Rashford story. The biggest thing is Rasmus Højlund got a goal once again, which is really good news. He's the second youngest player in the Premier League to score 5 goals in a row. That's really impressive, no matter how you look at it. And the best thing about these Rasmus goals are how diverse they are. We have seen every kind of goal from him, whether it's from a corner, whether it's a poacher goal, whether it's a shot from outside the box, whether it's with his right foot. So it's just so good to see his development finally come through after the severe criticism he had. I knew all those people were trolling because there's no way you can judge a 20-year-old player after just 6 months into a new league. That's just ridiculous. And if you've liked my video so far, then I would really appreciate if you can click on the like button below. It really helps me out. Let's talk about the star of the match, the super sub Scott McTominay. I've been saying it for months now in all of my previous videos that McTominay is not a good starter player, but play him as a super sub and he will win you matches. He will give you results. And we have seen it in the last 3 matches as well. Play him as a super sub and he will give you a goal or assist because that's what he excels at. He's a box player, opponent's box player. He cannot defend properly or press properly, but play a ball into the box and he might just find the net. That's what his best quality is. Once again, really good Dalot cross and really good header, confident header. Because what I loved about that is we won the game after Douglas Luiz had that weird celebration. As soon as he did that celebration, right, Douglas Luiz, it was just 1-1. It wasn't like they had even won the match and he's doing that weird dance. I was so happy that we got back at him. Never celebrate too early against Manchester United. That's a rule. He violated that rule and he lost the match. Really wonderful. Now the big question, Erik ten Hag. Because what I have noticed online is there are certain groups, right? Certain YouTubers, certain Twitter groups, social media groups who are anti-Ten Hag no matter what he does. Was this a good game to watch? No. Does that mean I want Ten Hag to be sacked? Definitely not. Because I can see how Ten Hag has improved the team since he has come here and why we have been playing so bad throughout this whole season. We have had the most injuries in the league and yet these haters don't want to acknowledge that. They are like, no matter what player you have to play good. How is that possible? That's just not possible at this level. And we have seen that since he has had his players back that we have won 3 in a row against really good teams. These haters will continue to want United to lose just so that they can be proved right that Ten Hag is a bad manager. They don't care where United ends up in the season as long as Ten Hag gets sacked and they get proved right. That's all. Now, for the top 4 race, it's on. We are 5 points away from Villa and 6 points away from Spurs. There's definitely a chance we can get it. I'm not saying we are guaranteed to get it because we are still playing bad football, but there's a chance and that's really important. During the past few days, we have had the news that blue cards might be introduced to football. So if you want to know what they are and how bad they can be for the game, then click on this link here. I've made a shorts explaining about it and why it can destroy our beautiful game. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.